I love this time in the 2K community where the 2K devs are out and they're answering questions about NBA 2K25. So we have Mike Wayne, the gameplay director for NBA 2K25, out there answering questions late at night. So he did drop a lot of info, man. So without further ado, I need you all to grab yourself a brew and let's get to the info.
You want 2K rumors and news, you in the right place. Want a community that's cool, you in the right space. You want tips, subscribe now and ring the bell. Then go to the park and give them hell. The Boot Squad is an organization with all winners. Soldiers up in formation, we all killers. And when you step on the court, yo, you're our dinner. When I play D in the fourth, yo, Kawhi Leonard.
So you done know. Your boy Brutal him on the scene, wicked and mean, with a next video for y'all, man. So we gonna get straight to the news. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're making the push to 300K. It's underway. Y'all know how it is, man. The grind don't stop. So as I said before, we're getting straight into the news. Mike Wayne been answering questions. So one user asked him, will you need post control attribute to score post fades? And say you don't need post control for post fades. Post control is more for post moves. Post fade success is driven by your shot rating, meaning mid range or close shot and badges. So pretty similar to NBA 2K24. The next user asks, how will hot zones affect shooting this year? He said hot zones still give you a small boost to your shot rating. So again, similar to last year. But I will say this though, those lethal hot zones for me was a waste of time. I stopped going there and I was still shooting consistent as hell throughout the year. We're gonna test it out when it happens because I'm sure they're gonna bring back this year. So we're gonna see what's up. But anyways, let's continue on. The next user said, what changes have been made to post defense? He said post fades and hooks now use a different set of contest logic than normal shots. So the new logic better simulates how shooting out of the post is in real life and puts more of the make versus miss or the shooter's ability to time and inherently more difficult shots. Defenders will still want to get a hand up or jump to contest to make it tougher for the shooting though. Now, this is the thing with 2K and post moves and post scoring. Every 2K that launch, post scoring have always been OP. I'm talking about the post hooks, always been OP, especially post hooks has always been OP. 2K have not been able to have that down pat. Now, after a few patches, they tend to check it a little bit. But trust me, I could almost put money on this. Almost. I don't gamble. That when this game launch, especially how they describe it here, there's more emphasis on the player versus the defender in the contest. Post scoring with high, interior scoring or high close shot is gonna be OP. I could almost guarantee this, man. So come back to this video and let me know after the game drops how this, how this age. Now let's continue on. The next user said, do the layup or dunk meter have the same animations as the new jump shot meter? And said, yes, they do. I mean, there's no such thing as a bad question, right? So our next user said, what shot timing profile is closest to how shooting works in NBA 2K24? He said a shooting model for NBA 2K25 is pretty different than last year, so it's really hard to compare. If I had to pick, I'll probably say NBA 2K24 is somewhat between this year's normal and high profile, which kind of makes sense. I was thinking of going straight high and just figuring it out. I ain't gonna front with y'all. That song's more like last year to me, how they described it. When it went down by the easier ones, it was sung more like NBA 2K21-ish, where they would allow you to hit more whites if you messed it up, but not putting more RNG-ish, if you know what I'm saying. Which means sometimes if you even open it, you might have timed it right, they might make you miss. So that song is more towards that, and so I'm trying to stay away from that. It might benefit to go that route, but for me, I like to be in full control of if I hit it or miss it. No pause needed. All right. So our next user said, can you go a little deeper on the Bonks Alley use? What does contextually mean? I think my guy Gambit might have asked this question, by the way. He said some players are getting Bonks Alleys by accident. So in NBA 2K25, Bonks Alleys happen organically when you double tap Y or triangle. and the lane is clearly wide open and the players involved are appropriate. Another reason we made Bonks Alleys contextual was to free up the cross and circle or A and B button combo for self alleys, which some people were getting by accident when they were trying to pass to a teammate. That happened to me multiple times, y'all. I can't even make it up. Now, of course, he did went on his Twitter and answer a few questions when it comes to shooting and a new camera they're bringing to NBA 2K25 as well. So a user asks, is rhythm shooting just for stationary shots? He said you can use rhythm shooting on any jump shot. In Learn 2K, we explain it as down and up motion. Whatever direction you hold your right stick to start the shot, just move it again in the opposite direction to make it a rhythm shot. Left or right, up and down, etc. Now I have to be honest with y'all, this sounds a little complicated for me personally because I like to switch between the button and the stick, right? I used to stick for step backs, but I use the button for stationary shots and fades. So I like to, and it's automatic because I've been doing it for years. So now I'm gonna have to recalibrate my brain in terms of how to get these shots off. Now this user asks, because clearly I'm not the only one that does it. So how would that work when doing a step back or hop jumper? So do we hold the right stick and right trigger and wait for the animation to play out before pushing up on the right stick? Or do we pull the right stick down twice? One for the step back and one to start the rhythm shot. Now Mike Wynn then responded and said, you would hold the right stick and right trigger and wait for the step back to finish and for your player to start his lift and then push the right stick in the opposite direction when he starts his shooting motion. So finish the second throw when the ball leaves his hand. This sounds complicated as hell to me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I would prefer my old system, man. I just don't want 2K to make the shooting unnecessarily complicated, man. Like that should be a simple motion, to be honest with y'all. But let me know if I'm wrong. You know, I'm always open to being wrong in my videos once it's done respectfully. You know, it's all love, man. You know what I mean? Just a different opinion, but I don't want him to make it too complicated. But a lot of people I see in the comment section say they prefer the more difficult shooting because it could add some skill gap. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, he also mentioned camera. Now, let me be honest. When Mike will start talking about cameras, I get a kind of way because they messed up my drive camera last year. Although I still made it look good and still made it work, it was way better at launch that they dropped this new wreck and add palm trees and just messed up my camera. But that's neither here nor there. Now, he posted this tweet and he said, if you like playing in 2K Cam but hate the change of possession flip, I had a new camera you might like called 2K Wire. Take some getting used to on the defensive end of the floor, but it's my new go-to cam in PvP modes. Give it a try, hashtag NBA 2K25. Now this user asks, is it sort of like my player, my career default? He said, yeah, but less side to side swivel movement. It's similar to playing on 2K Cam with the flip option disabled. Now, I did respond. I had to tag my guy Sid67 because this was the guy, my guy Sid, that introduced me to the drive cam years ago. I said, if at Beluber, which is Mike Wayne, don't fix the drive cam and add it to 3v3 this year at Sid67, and I post the gif of Stone Cold Steve Austin whooping Vince McMahon's ass while he was laying in the hospital bed. And that's how I felt. That's how I had to get him from my chest. Okay. So that's all I got for y'all, man. But Mike, wait, fix the drive camera, man. Fix the drive camera. We don't want the same thing that happened last year, this year. It's one of the best cameras in the game. Most slept on cameras in the game, especially if you like looking at different angles. All right, so that's all I got for y'all today, man. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all know what is your voice. You know your boy gonna always put y'all up on game and keep y'all up to date on everything NBA 2K25. If you're first time to the channel, make sure like the video, share the video, and hit your boy a subscribe. If it's not your first time, like the video, share the video. You never know who's gonna be informed. Y'all, your boy Simon, love, respect, bless up, peace.